live. We are. We are live.
Well, welcome back, and thank you for joining us on yet another. Yes, great. I don't do intros. Yeah, hi. Y'all are in for a great roller coaster ride. I believe Billy's doing the recap tonight, right? Yes, you ready
Yeah.
for it?
Yes,
All
I have
right.
actually done the work.
Well, let's start hopping to some shenanigans. So, Billy, please take it away with a recap.
Sure thing. And since Felix wasn't here, I'll explain. So this character kind of does recaps, like he writes letters to his mother. So that's why it's framed in that way.
Gotcha.
Dear Mother, it's lovely to be able to sit for a moment and write again. It's been a whirlwind of a time since last time I had to sit down. I had time to sit down and write to you. I miss you dearly, and as always, hope to get these to you eventually. We did manage to save Miss Sylvain. We got back in time to help her recover. But boy, every time I open my mouth, someone says I'm being rude. Such a weird thing. I'm used to our culture, where people say what they mean and are very direct, as you know. We traveled all that way to make sure she was alive. So when I asked the status of her existence, people seemed to think that was quite direct and rude. Doesn't make sense to me at all. After some critical relaxation and a particularly interesting meat experience, wow, it's tastier and stronger than home, we set off on another adventure, this time to this massive city. And immediately, we ran into this lizard thing. About to stomp on someone, we managed to wrangle it in a hurry with some help from a new companion. Oh gosh, speaking of companions, I'll tell you about Sonar next time. Our new companion is very friendly and hopefully helpful. Friend Meg just seems to have gallivanted somewhere. Who knows when she'll pop up again. Lastly, we did some shopping, and I finally found a new blade. It's similar to the one I was working on before Father. Uh, Never mind. Herc helped me find a new one, and it's gorgeous. A lot of people need our help here. I might be able to replace my old Mithril. I'm so excited. Well, Mother, time is tight, and that's all the time I have, but I'll write to you soon. And then he switches to Elvish. Nima Lethni Belachristian, my dear Mother. Bucephalus. And that's that.
Could not have
I,
written it better
I have
myself.
one comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminded me of Sonic Adventure, cause whenever you continue from where you left off in one of the characters' stories, they always give you like a little voiceover recap type of thing.
They do.
But
They do indeed.
This is
basically
100% accurate.
explaining how they feel about the situation, what is exactly going on, just all sorts of stuff like that.
All right. Well, if everybody is ready, I believe we left off with the vast majority, pretty much all of the party. Did we leave off while we were in the Grand Souk? Or was it just after the dinosaur stuff?
We
I think
left
it was just
off.
after the dinosaur stuff.
No, it was in the Grand Souk. We went to the Grand Souk after the dinosaurs.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's where Boo Boo got his sword.
Yep.
And then we were
All
going
right.
to go towards the prince's place.
Yeah, to figure out where you guys needed to go next, and if you could factor in the dwarf.
Yep, because we need to find out where we're going and see if the dwarf, if we're able to help the dwarf while we do the thing that we were already being paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, in that case, still early afternoon, getting towards mid afternoon, I think, at this point. Um, the sun keeps climbing higher in the sky, and it is baking hot, especially within the Grand Souk, uh, especially with the press of people all around. Um, just crowding in, visiting each little stall and shop and every little store in between in the souk. And well, we're picking up with you guys heading off to wherever we wish to go.
Herg is increasingly happy that he took off his shirt before we got here. Um, so, I don't remember the directions, but, Faye, you remember where to go, where she said, right? Because you know this place.
Yes, I have not been to the princess personally, but I know this. The one is this way, and there's one. They are kind of across the water from each other. I think the one you need to go to is north. Wait, northeast. Yes.
Okie dokie. It's, I forget what his name is. It was, checks, notes. Did not write it down.
Shame.
Oh no.
20 points from Gryffindor.
I can't rely on Kathy for these things anymore.
Words right out of my head.
But I think his name started with a K.
Nope.
Fuck.
Had a K in it though, so that's close enough.
Hakam or Hakim or something.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Cool.
Wakanga.
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 Oh, that's right.
King
Wakanga.
Kong.
Wakanga forever. That's right.
King Kong.
We're not affiliated with Marvel or Disney.
King Konga. The Conga King.
So you guys
What is
start.
this, Donkey Kong?
Yes.
We have no
King
association with Nintendo.
D.
Please do not get us sued.
Not affiliated with the brand or the merchandise. Anywho, go right ahead, Kayla. Sorry about that.
So you guys start piling your way through the ever more crowded aisles and alleys and halls of the Grand Souk, but eventually you break free and make your way out of the entrance, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Which I forgot to turn the city notes on. There we go. It's like a breath of fresh air as you come out, and it's like 10 degrees cooler outside, with significantly less people packed in around you. You start making your way northeast towards the that way, as I forget the name of it off the top of my head, and eventually make your way back over towards the Royal Docks and start heading up the stairs there and making your way back around over towards the Temple of Savros, where
Make a
one of
move
the merchant
downtown.
princes is supposed to be.
And as they arrive, Faye will kind of open her arm and her wing to in a presentatory fashion, like, here we are. Temple is here, so to the left, I think.
Left? Oh, okay. Herc goes to the right because, as we traditionally know, I have bad sense of direction, and so does Herc. I'm joking. He goes to the left.
Okay, I was like, hold on. It took me a few seconds to actually process.
No, it was just a fun callback to that one time in the last city when we went to the wrong house.
I figured, but I thought that was Busey.
That was my fault.
But you asked Herg.
Good point.
Oh yeah.
They were both involved in that fuck up, and everybody else was looking at us like, "What are you talking about, Herg and Busey?"
Thank God for NPCs to direct us.
Yep.
Right.
They gave us the directions. We went in the opposite of their directions.
Oh, I meant when they fixed us.
Oh yeah, well, they just wanted us to get away from their house that we knocked on.
Yeah.
Side note, when
Alright.
you put a peach Mio in Dr. Pepper, it creates peach Dr. Pepper, and it's really fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you said Dr. Pepper and you lost me instantly.
Kalis, we can no longer be friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't.
What
I've tried.
a
I can't.
shame.
Oh, that's right. You
I
can't
feel
do
ashamed
soda.
against that.
I like Dr. Pepper, but I'm not so sure about the peach.
Do you like cherry Dr. Pepper?
No, just plain Dr. Pepper.
Okay, there's the problem right there. Anywho, we go to the left.
And as you guys are entering that district, you can see high walls separating each of the kind of manors. Not even houses or hovels. These are definitely manors, even grander in scale than Syndra's back in Baldur's Gate. They towered usually three, sometimes four stories, and the only buildings bigger are the grandiose temples in the Colosseum over on the far sides of the city. Um, but you head around to the one that was marked out as Wakanga's, and large gates are looming overhead, and they're open, and you can see the front of the estate. Very well put together. Does not look like the was it Daub and Waddle huts that a great portion of, especially the lower income city, is put together with. You can hear fountains kind of around the premises, and you can see a couple of very big and buff looking guards standing right out front of the main doorway. Looks like each one has a large leaf shaped shield that seems to be like 3 or 4 feet in length. But apart from that, they have very little on.
Herc walks up to them with a cheerful wave. Hello, is this Mr. King Kong's house? Wakanga? Wakanga, that one.
And both of them just stare at you impassively. They don't say a word. After a few seconds of just looking you up and down, one of them just gently knocks the door.
I think she probably described us to them.
Good 20 seconds later, with that entire time being spent with both of them just staring at you, not blinking.
You're
Like
really
your
good at
muscles?
that.
And then the very large double doors open up, and you can see a bit of a foyer within, and you can hear the gurgling of more fountains from beyond that. And out steps this wonderfully dressed man, probably about 6 feet tall, large cylindrical hat on his head, and covered from shoulders to toes in very opulent robes.
Time out, time out. He has a wizard's cap on, a traditional wizard's cap.
Maybe?
Or, no, wait, that's conical, never mind. Cylindrical. Okay, we're cool.
Did I say cylindrical?
You said cylindrical.
Okay, which I did mean cylindrical. Just making
Okay,
sure.
Cool. No, my brain heard conical, but that's not accurate. You said cylindrical. Hello. We're here. Our boss is inside, Lady Syndra, and we're her people who do the things. And she said to come meet her here after she catches up with Mr. King Kong Wakanda.
Aha! Hello, my friends. I am Wakanga. Wakanga Odamu.
Oh, hi.
Please, welcome.
You are
Do
really
you wish
tall.
He's what, like a foot shorter than you?
He is like a foot shorter than me. He's still taller than. He's a human, you said, right?
Yes.
He's still taller than a lot of humans, though, so Herc's impressed.
He's about average for the male of the species.
Faye just gives a little wave and kind of stays behind Herg a little bit. Hello.
Oh, hello. You are quite extraordinary. Please, come in, come in. We can certainly get you seats and refreshment while we talk business.
Okie dokie. Herc just goes right in because that's what he has been told to do.
And walking in, it's already much more impressive than Cinder's house was. There are hanging plants everywhere. Looking up in this main foyer area, you can see ribbons streaming back and forth between
Hold
windows
up,
and
I need to
balconies
go
up
to
in
the
the.
bathroom right now, so fill me in when I get back, alright?
Okay, baby.
Just gonna miss filler description. That's all.
But I like
But you can
filler
see
description.
streamers and banners of all sorts of different hues and colors going back and forth between windows and balconies, like 2, 3 stories up. Um, Looking ahead, you see a very large circular room with a couple of staircases going up each side, very grand as they meet around up in the top on the far side. And just within this initial little area, you see like a little bit of a sitting room off to the right with a large rug and huge pillows that look like you could just recline on them and fall asleep instantly. Um, and you do also see the source of some of the bubbling, as right in front of you is just a small gurgling fountain. And small is a relative word; it's still big enough to be a small swimming pool. Um, but Wakanga is just gesturing grandiosely as he's walking back and, ha, welcome. Sindra has talked about you quite a bit. Said you took care of some interesting business for her,
Herg does not reply because he's too busy standing with his mouth wide open catching flies as he looks at this place.
which actually there are no flies within. In fact, everything in here is just clean and spotless.
Catching
And
butterflies
a
then.
lot of it, yeah, pretty much. Um, you think there's some ribbon that gently floats down that he accidentally suction like a vacuum cleaner. But
Can
yeah,
I do it? Sorry, is this the room we were in last time?
No, we've
Like,
never
can I
been
do?
here before.
Okay, can I do a general arcana check on the area?
sure. Yeah, with a 6.
Oh,
You're not getting a hint of magic out of anything in here. It all looks like it was put together by people. Um, it looks like it's very well maintained by probably a horde of people. Otherwise, it is just a very nice, undoubtedly expensive house.
Faye's gonna slightly, like, gently tug on her sleeve a little bit and just whisper softly,
Is this the one with the small animals?
No, I think that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
And Herg's just gonna trail behind Mr. Wakanga as he like gestures and takes them through the place, and he's just drinking everything in. And I'd just like to roll a perception check because of Herg paying attention to like the whole place around him, super awestruck, to see if he sees anything even more interesting than the norm.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
"Party."
Wow.
It's you. You are just soaking in every single detail of this place, and everything stands out because nothing stands out. If that makes sense.
It's just a
You
lot.
do there is a lot, but there is not a single rug out of place. There's not a single leaf on the various plants and shrubs and bushes that are being potted and hanging that is not looking like it was just taken care of and watered. You don't see a speck of dust in this place when in the rest of the city you can practically choke on the dirt and sweat of the city. Um, in fact, it feels just cooler in here, and you see that it's probably due to very high quality marble that the vast majority of walls and places are made out of. Um, Like the upholstery on all of these seats and chairs and pillows is just seamlessly sewn together and meticulously cleaned, and like, when you've got velvet and you rub your hand the against the grain, it makes like a streak, or you can make funny pictures on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't see any of that on the furniture. This place is spotless.
I kind of want to roll sleight of hand to make one of those things happen to the velvet now. But I'm not
I mean,
going
if you
to.
want to do it, just do it. You think someone's going to stop you?
No, I want to, but I don't think it's a Herg thing.
That's fair. Um, but also with that natural 20, you do hear, as you guys are being led through the wide open, like, grand stairway area, which, looking down on the ground, you do see a very intricate inlaid carving. One, two, three. It looks like a giant hexagon, and within that you see a six-pointed star, and within each point of that six-pointed star you see more shapes, and within those shapes it just keeps going further and further into each of them, and you can even see the tiny microscopic detail of so many various and wondrous shapes going down within it.
Herg's head hurts and he needs glasses now.
um,
Ooh.
and as you're looking into that, you do hear a lot of murmuring and just like general talking coming from the hallway to the left, as Wakanga goes just straight through the stairway towards a door in the back, which is ajar, and you can see kind of a low, I want to say coffee table, which kind of gives the general description. It's just a low table, frame made out of wood, but it looks like the entire like inner area of the table is made out of some sort of like milky white crystal. Um, Carefully carved and cut to just brilliantly reflect the light, but straight up instead of out at the large couches that are seated off to the sides. Um, and there's four columns holding up each corner of the room, and on those there's various banners and pennants. And in fact, in one of the couches in the back far left, you do see Syndra just gently reclining. She looks like she has a very ornate crystal cup that she's just gently sipping from. And Wakanga is standing at the door, just, please, welcome.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Wakanga. Herg kind of goes and shuffles over to one of the couches, but seems afraid to sit on it because it's so perfect.
Yeah, Faye kind of squeezes through the door, trying, like, really, really folding her wing in, trying to make herself as tiny as possible. She doesn't want to touch anything.
I just go, man, y'all look like you're having a fit. You okay?
We're fine. Nothing's wrong.
I I feel a bit dirty compared to my surroundings.
We were just walking in a dinosaur
I mean,
place.
would you like me to push you? It's stuck.
Why? What are you talking about? She's already in the room. Why would you push her?
I don't know. Y'all look stuck to me. I just want to make sure. Just trying to help it out if necessary.
If
That's
Uh,
you
why
would
I asked.
rather, I do have my own bath facilities if you feel the need to clean up first. But no, please, take a seat. I will not stop you. It is of no consequence.
uh, that is very nice of you, and I may take you up on that offer a little bit later, but I think I will be okay standing for a little bit. You guys can sit. I pet a dinosaur though, so maybe I should not, because I have dinosaur stuff.
No, no, please, please, sit. They will be
Okay,
clean by probably the morning. Oh,
okay.
please, relax. You have no reason to stand on ceremony here.
There's a ceremony.
Uh, if you say so.
And then Faye's gonna go find a comfy place to sit down, probably the floor.
Yeah, Herg
Which,
is gonna rotate between thinking of if he should sit on the floor, sit on the couch, sit on the floor, sit on the couch. He eventually sits on the couch, kind of awkwardly, with his knees close
Can
to
I
his
lean on
chest.
the wall? Or is the wall too far?
no, wall's not too far. I mean, overall, this room is like 30 by 30 feet, so it's kind of like a large bedroom, if you will, um, with four large couches, not quite in the middle of it. The exact middle of this room is taken up by the large table, which is like a good 10 feet long and like 5 or 6 feet wide. Like you could play some huge board games on this table. Um,
This is the Dungeons and
the
Dragons room.
Yeah, pretty much. Except like it'd be really difficult because these couches are soft and comfortable, and you just kind of sink into it. It's that like soft, not quite feathery memory foam stuff that has a lot of give that just takes a while to rise back to its natural position. You just kind of sink into it,
Herc becomes
and
Yeah, I'm
increasingly
just gonna lean
concerned
against the wall.
So I grab one of the
about his butt
couches
disappearing.
and I sprawl out full spread eagle horizontally.
Herc looks
and you're
alarmed.
you're laying down and you're already fighting the urge to just pass out. This couch is comfortable.
They're fainting couches.
Ah, I hope everybody is comfortable. Please, do you need drinks, food? I can have pretty much anything brought to here.
Do you have
Can I have a
pie?
hammer made, please?
You don't
We
need
have a
any more
local
meat.
variant, but I can certainly arrange.
Oh
You
no.
don't need any more meat.
He doesn't need
What are
any
you
more
talking
meat.
about?
He
What?
definitely does not need more meat.
What
Do
are
you
you
have
talking about?
non-alcoholic mead? Give him non-alcohol. He's a real
No.
lightweight.
Well, I'll get out of here. Oh, it's on.
I had to carry you home.
Give me 4 of those, please.
As you wish.
Whatever you got.
And he leans out the door, and you hear him whistle. And a few seconds later, you hear footsteps come running up as he just leans in and he whispers instructions to them.
Can I get a pastry? I like
Do,
pastries.
do
Or
I hear
pie.
these instructions?
Nope.
Even with elf hearing?
Even with elf hearing. I mean, elf hearing is no different from human hearing
I
or
got big
halfling hearing.
ears.
I've always
So do
questioned
orcs.
why people like drinking alcohol specifically.
I don't think I have enhanced hearing either, so and I'm a cat, so
I have bird ears. I don't know how.
I don't know if birds have good ears.
I was about to say the same thing.
holes
Let's
in their
find out.
heads.
But a couple minutes later, a servant comes running back in and has a couple of
Apparently,
very
there were
large
some
platters.
people talking in chat, but it says that their messages were deleted.
That's oh no, don't worry about that, baby. Those were just bots. Those were just bots. Anywho, back to the story.
A couple minutes later, servant comes running back in with a couple of large platters, and you can immediately smell which one is yours, Busey. Um, you see a couple of large crystal flagons on them, and you can see this very thick liquid just kind of slowly oozing back and forth within. And Wakanga just kind of looks at you, and as he's nodding with a gigantic grin on his face, he just winks.
Oh no.
It is all yours, friend.
I'll show you who's a lightweight and start drinking.
Faye's eyes just immediately grow to like the size of dinner plates. She loves crystal. She's like, ooh, shiny.
What does she
Look,
feel about the
Gaia,
table
I don't
then?
really understand the appeal of alcohol.
She had been staring at the table. This is just new shinies.
Yeah, either Spike. Herc looks for non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, like
Oh,
why
and
would anybody like alcohol? It's bad for their head.
Oh, well, darling, some people like the taste of it and for other reasons, but we are not here to debate that. We are here
I was
to
gonna
play
say, like,
Dungeons and Dragons.
I
am.
sometimes
I was
like
gonna
what it
say,
does to my head.
full disclosure, I am moderate almost to the point of non-existence. So getting hammered and make believe is fun.
Which is ironic given that you can do fake word slurring really well.
I'm not sure it's fake.
He's had experience at times.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Oh no, I'm not denying. I just, like I said, I drink on average once every like 6 months.
I'm more of a social drinker. I just go out to dinner and have a
Yeah,
drink with dinner.
I don't even drink when I go out.
Same, but I can't do that now, so.
And I
Yeah.
will say,
Yeah.
the time she's alluding to, that was my wonderful wife's fault. She's the one that decided to go to a moonshine tasting after I had a margarita.
Oh, yep. That will do it. Anyway,
It was fun.
but no, Herg, yes, there are some cups that look much like Syndra's, and there is just the clearest water you have ever seen. And it even just smells clean.
I go straight for that.
And it is probably some of the cleanest, sweetest water you have ever had, especially since coming to this city, because it's pretty much the only water you've had since coming to this city.
I get drunk off water.
Well, that's easy to do on this stuff.
I'm water drunk.
But there is all sorts of pastries, crackers, slices of meat and cheese. It looks like a full on snack platter that was also brought in. And your drink, dear Busey, it is positively sweet. Um, it is an interesting sweet because it's not quite the full on like honey flavor that you normally expect. Um, it seems to have a little bit of a what's the word I want, like a kind of like a tang aftertaste. Like it's got some
Right?
small bite to it that's natural.
Dang, fancy. I got a balanced drink. My palate's doing a disco.
I
So
thought you would like it.
I drink the first one and start drinking the second one.
Yes, this is Tej. It is a local honey wine that we make,
Hmm.
distilled from various sorts of things. This particular variant we make for the kids.
That is so rude. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's delicious, but
There is absolutely no difference in flavor between this and the fun stuff.
yeah. Well, it tastes good. Thank you.
It is my pleasure.
Herg whispers, "Thank you."
Couch that Cindra's sitting in, on the opposite arm from where she is, and he just kind of looks over you and winks. So, what brings all of you here? Apart from the fact that you accompanied dear Sindra here.
Well, she said that there might be more work for us to do for her here, doing stuff maybe in the jungle and whatnot. So we looked around the city and we met this nice lady who lives here, and he indicates Faye, and she helped us find the house because I am bad with directions. And also maybe she comes with us. He looks at her questioningly.
Faye just gives a little wave and then blinks over at her. Oh, if it's not too much trouble, I did what I needed to do in the city when I escorted that lost man here. So I really don't know where I'm supposed to be right now.
Aren't you just hanging out with us? I mean, that good enough.
That's what
I
I just
I
said.
would
I,
I would love to.
all right, well then it's settled.
Yay! This is going to be so much fun.
We should get matching shirts.
Oh, I would have to cut holes in mine. I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin more shirts.
Oh wait, no, it's hot here. I shouldn't wear a shirt anyway. Okay, we'll get matching hats.
Hmm.
You know,
Maybe.
hey, by the way, what kind of weather y'all think we need as far as the climate is concerned? I mean, it's really warm here. Do we know anything about where we're going?
I don't know where we're going at all. Where are we going, Miss Sindra, Mr. Wukanga? I don't know.
Oh, it is the jungle. It is always going to be hot and humid.
Yeah, it sure is. Okay, we're gonna need some warm weather gear.
I took my shirt off. That's good, right? That's good enough. Yes.
At least for now within the city. Once you make it out into the jungle, you will be fair prey to the insects.
Oh.
Oh, oh dang.
I
Huh.
need to put mud on my skin so they don't come after me.
Oh no, 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 no. No, buy some repellent. It
Oh,
is
okay.
a mainstay staple.
All right, well, let's buy a whole lot of repellent.
Sounds good. But
There is. No, no, please, go ahead.
what are we doing? And where are we going? We met a gentleman in the town who might need us to help take him through the jungle and whatnot to the other side of it to a dwarf town, but they don't speak dwarvish at this dwarf town, and he's very pale. But we told him that we had to find out what we were doing for you first, so that we know whether or not we can help him.
Ah, he was probably one of the local albino dwarves.
Oh yeah,
Supposedly, they do not have the blood of Delzoon within them, which I find quite intriguing.
he said that his where he lives, his town, got taken over by mean lizard people, and he needs help.
Is that what he said?
Intriguing.
I couldn't understand a word out of his mouth.
He was speaking common.
Yeah, well, ish.
You're
Quote
not
unquote.
very good at common, Mr. Busey.
Oh, is that right? Well, thank you.
Well, I do not know of where he speaks, but it may be that your adventures will lead that direction. I certainly will not stop you if you wish to traverse the jungle and find what riches you can. It is a pastime of tourists around here.
Well, yeah, but we got a more important job first, and it's finding things to help you not die. So we want to make sure that that's our priority.
More or less, although I'm convinced that things of great import may have already been pilfered from within the confines of the jungle itself. No, what I am interested in is more knowledge. More specifically, if there is anything left within the great city of Mesro.
Mesro. Where is that?
Wakanga, if you will. And he looks at all of you and, yes. Wait here for a second, please. And he gets up and walks out. And just a minute later, he comes walking back into the room holding a rather large rolled up piece of paper that as he's walking in, he's pulling out of a carefully put together and undoubtedly water resistant tube. Um, so, and starts clearing off to the side various things on the crystal table and lays the map over it. And, well, hopefully this time you guys won't see through all of the shapes and squares, but let's drag you all over to this.
What shapes of the squares?
Okay. Please tell me that there are tan hexagons over the majority of the map here.
I don't know. It's not
Still
loaded
at
yet.
70%.
Okay, there are tan hexagons over the majority of the map that is south of Port Nyazara.
Yes.
Okay, so there legitimately you cannot see through them.
That is
No.
correct.
No.
I can
Not,
only
Okay.
not
see
yet
this
anyway.
much.
Okay.
But
Holy crap. Like when you were telling me last time that you could see everything, I'm just like, what in the hell is happening here?
I could see all the things. All
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't
fucking
Oh wait,
remember
now.
all
Oh wait, now I can.
but-
There it is.
but
All right. So yeah,
I-
you you should be able to see like the River Tariki, Port Castigliar. You can see Mesro right down there with Atiaz
Here,
Muhaha.
are we allowed to see this?
Yeah, no, everything. If there are legitimately
Muhaha.
10 hexagons, yeah, no, it's blocking off the appropriate stuff.
Because it's
Okay.
unexplored territory.
Or
Okay.
rather, it is just unmapped territory,
Ooh.
as
Okay.
Wakanga is in the midst of explaining.
Ooh.
So, with the help of Sindra, some of Jobal's guides, and money in the right places, we have put together perhaps the most complete map within the whole of the world, at least of Chult.
It's very not complete, he says, looking at all of the open space that's unmapped.
Aye, this is a jungle. Part of what I would like, if you folks are helping Sindra, is fill in the borders, if at all possible.
Okie
But
dokie.
Oh,
Mesro, and he gestures at where Mesro is down there near Kitcher's Inlet. It was once the grand capital of Chult, where the old kings and queens ruled from. It was a time when all of the tribes were united and we lived prosperously under Ubtau's guidance.
Who's
And the great
Ubtao?
the god of Chult,
Oh.
so to speak. He kept the great spirits within line, and the 9 trickster gods could not destroy everything with their machinations.
Oh, so he was like their dad.
More or less, yes.
I have a
It
question.
is said. Yes.
What are these weird empty hexagons?
Those are the unmapped territory, Spike. That's where they haven't explored yet, and they want us to see if we can explore a little bit and add to the map.
Ah, okay, so we're basically doing a fill the map kind of game.
Kinda. And think of all the fun things you might be able to fight if we go there.
Indeed.
Can you
Maybe we could
imagine how long
fight a
this would take
dragon.
us?
What did
I'm
you say?
hoping if we ever do fight a dragon, I could make it my pet.
Oh my gosh. It's Pokemon all over again.
that sounds difficult.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, dragons are cool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they live on Sky Lizard Mountains.
Dragons are cool, but I think they are also smart. I have heard stories where they speak to people and they are very mean and sometimes very rude teenagers. So I don't think they would make good pets.
Yup. What she said. I heard horror
Well, then
stories.
maybe I feed him water instead.
Maybe we can find you a nice Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, I still want a lizard as a pet.
Okay.
Oh, a
But
tyrant,
what if
that
we
would
want a
be quite the feat.
mastodon or a triceratops or a
I
saber-toothed tiger?
I am assuming just because of the name that the tyrant lizards live in the Valley of Dread. And he points at part of the map that actually is sort of put down at the bottom there.
I think a
Oh
triceratops
no,
sounds
they're
good.
all over.
Because
Oh,
one,
okay.
they're
What's in the
vegan,
Valley of
so they
Dread?
won't
Why is it
eat us.
dreadful?
At least from my own readings, I have heard that there may be a clan of Naga, and you do not wish to tangle with Naga,
Those are snake people, right?
of a sort.
Oh, okay.
More
I
snake
think the
than people, but
triceratops actually sounds like a cool dinosaur for a pet. Because one, they won't try to eat us, and two, they have those horns on them that are used to bash into things. So so that could really help us out in a fight.
We can look
Yeah,
into that.
or we could get a mastodon and we could take with
Uh,
the triceratops and we can put them all together in our own personal army.
wouldn't a mastodon
Oh yeah,
get too hot in the jungle? He has fur.
I do not know what a mastodon is.
Big furry elephant.
Oh no, they do not
yeah,
live
we
here.
could. Yeah, I like that idea. We could have an army of dinosaurs to fight by our side.
Well, we're going in the
That's a
jungle. We
lot
could
of
get a
food.
saber-toothed tiger.
What? I don't think
What is a saber-toothed tiger?
tiger with really long teeth.
Also, They do not live here.
Yeah, you guys are.
Um.
Yes, Faye?
Oh, I was just going to say this is a good plan, but um, when the winds are high and I am able to fly over the forest, it seems like the canopies, the trees are very close together. I do not think we could put an army through there. I do not think it would even be easy for us to get through there.
That
Uh,
is quite accurate. Now, that being said, there are plenty of ways and paths for even the largest of creatures. So, if you wish to take large ones through, that is certainly possible, but do keep in mind this is the jungle. There is only one law, and that is the red law of tooth and claw. If you
uh,
do not respect that law, you will die.
is is the law of tooth and claw like survival, or it's kind of unclear?
Oh, no, it is quite clear.
Oh, so it's survival.
Indeed,
Oh, okay, cool. So what's with this Mezaruru place that was the home of the daddy god?
it was the home of all Chultans before it inexplicably vanished. There are rumors, now this was centuries ago, but there are rumors that the great guardians of Mesro chose to do so in an act of desperate defense. The armies of Rasnisi had risen forth and were threatening to destroy Mesro and all of Chult, and so to protect themselves and keep the power of the jungle intact, they spirited the city away to another plane of existence. Others say that Rasnisi actually broke in and destroyed it. There are others that say that some of the village they just simply vanished. It was not intentional, but rather an act of accident. Whatever the case, quickly vanished. There are still buildings there. There is still infrastructure. There is still possibly treasure. That being said, it has been looted quite a lot, but there may still be clues as to what is going on there, for they carried powerful magic. Mm, clues can lead to other clues, and perhaps answers can be gained.
How long do you think it would take to get there?
Oh, well, it depends on how you wish to travel. If you are traveling light and quick, a week, maybe a little over, a little under, and out of game by week, a week is 10 days.
Okie doke. So about 10 days ish to 10 days. Days ish.
Actually, curiosity. If we followed the river, would we get there quicker?
Indeed. The River Tariki is. Actually, hold on, let me make sure I'm talking about the right river, because the rivers have two different things going on with them.
I think you got the right one. That's the one
Yeah,
comes
that's the one
closest to
that's
Mesro,
closest to Mesro.
at least
Yeah.
that we can see on the map.
Yes,
River
but I know,
Shostar goes the other way.
yeah, one river is supposed to be slow and easily manageable, the other, not so much.
Hmm.
I know how I would travel, but I do not think anybody could join me.
I'm not good at flying. I do not have wings.
I only have one. Oh, I suppose that makes it a bit more complicated. I should explain something.
I mean, oh, there is a bazaar around. Could there be a flying carpet?
Oh, those are expensive, I think. My dad saw one once and he said that it cost more than the entire smithy would ever make in its lifetime.
That's
Well,
a lot.
dang. Never mind.
I would it support everybody as well?
They probably have weight limits like everything else. I mean, it's a carpet. Plus, would it even fit everybody standing on it at the same time?
Standing. Oh, I don't think I would do that.
Well, at least you have a wing. If you fell off, you'd be okay, probably. Wait,
Um,
that doesn't make sense.
well, usually only when the wind is very strong. I do not fly all the time. Only rarely, actually.
Okay. So we go by the river, you said, Sitlolly? And he points at the river she pointed out.
Well, I don't know if. Well, I'm not sure if it's safe. It depends on the flow of the river, because it all depends on if we could possibly drown or drive on water rapids. I'd rather not do that.
Well, the River Tariki is said to be the most dangerous river in all of Chult.
Oh,
Okay, we
cool.
don't go on Tariki.
But don't you wanna ride the rapids?
Oh, it is not the rapids you have to worry about. It is the waterfalls.
Oh, that would be
Every
bad.
few miles, there's another waterfall. There are all sorts of predators that prowl both sides of it. Even the river Soshensta is quite difficult with waterfalls every 10 to 15 miles, but no, in the Tariki, it is much more often.
Oh.
Who's
So
who's that?
don't travel by rivers, is what you're saying.
That being said, if you can traverse the waterfalls quite easily, then no, travel by river would be quite doable.
Do they have people who run boats down the rivers, like ferry services?
Oh no, not much of a making in that. In
Oh.
fact, there are mercenaries from the north that are trying and failing miserably to make inroads into the jungle. And he starts pointing out Camp Righteous, and um, yes, there are a couple of camps down the Soshensta that were foolhardy attempts to begin taming the jungle.
Ah,
That was a mistake.
yeah, that's a bad idea.
The mercenary folk out of Fort Belawarian that are doing it better.
Well, Faye will point to the map and kind of trace her finger from the city down through the forest. But
Hey,
if we go straight through, go around the skull, though, maybe.
What are these skulls anyway?
Oh, those areas are known to inhabit undead.
hey,
Undead?
That's
about
not good.
Why are there so many undead in a jungle?
Well, it is the jungle.
Well,
It
yeah.
is part of the magic of the land. Things die, but they still are a part of the life cycle.
Where we come from in our life cycle, when you die, you stay dead unless somebody uses bad magic to make you not dead anymore.
Well, not all magic that brings people back is bad, but I get the point.
Why
Well,
But
is
no,
magic
yeah.
that brings people back bad?
No, I mean when they make you zombies, Spike. Zombie magic.
Oh,
Say
I
that's
thought you meant like the kind of magic that makes you alive but not undead.
No, that's good magic. I think, this is too much morals for me. Anyway,
indeed. We could
uh,
have quite the dissertation on it, yes?
my head
a
hurts.
hundred.
So, what if we went straight and we would only have to cross the river once? And if we go straight, then we would not encounter the undead by a little, I think.
Is
And
there
she
a.
Just so you folks know, because I know you can see, it might be a little bit hard, the coloration difference.
Mm-hmm.
These skulls are not it's not in those like hexes.
It's the
There
whole
Oh,
is
areas.
so yes, if you
Yellow
see
is
this like
bad, red is very bad.
orangish area with that red skull in it,
Very
that is
bad.
really bad.
gotcha.
The more yellowish area with the many black skulls, that's undead infested territory, but not as bad. And
So
then
base
everything else is general jungle, where it's drastically reduced chances of undead.
like Trollbark Forest bad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Um,
hey,
You
Oh, it
first.
Um,
probably would be better to do a straight run then. Alright.
Well, it depends on if there's a bridge somewhere. We should see if there's a bridge. Is there a bridge?
Not over the Tarikio Soshenstan, no.
Oh. So you have to go through the river to get to the other side?
Most people ford the river, yeah. Or they take a boat from the port here just to around. Oh my god, as I completely forget all my words. Most people can charter a ship out of the port, out of the Bay of Schult, and take it around the outside over to Port Castiglia and Kitches Inlet.
How long does that take?
Hmm.
Depends on the speed of the ship. And if
More.
you happen to run into the dragon turtle at the mouth of the bay,
There's a dragon turtle?
I don't know if we want to go through a
maybe.
dragon turtle.
Perk looks excited. Does he
Oh
like
god.
snacks?
Oh, I've heard he likes to snack on ships that do not pay the toll. Yes,
If I give him pastries, is that a good toll?
probably not.
Oh.
Most ships have to pay a great sum of gold when they bump into him.
Um,
Oh.
I suppose route would depend on how much time we have to do the thing you were assigned.
And he just raises his eyebrow looking at Sindra, who's, oh, there is no time limit here, no. I understand that travel through the jungle can be quite arduous and difficult. So, no, please take your time with it. At the moment, there is no rush with. And she holds up the finger with, and you're seeing it for the first time, Fayara, where it's this ring around her thumb. Um, and
Shiny.
it's not so much actually. It seems a little dull and matte.
Dull.
But it looks like there's a rhythm within the ring. There's this
Ba-bum.
like pulsing
Ba-bum.
liquid
Ba-bum.
within that's very rhythmic just looking at it.
Ba-bum.
But it's
Ooh.
kind of the color of blood.
Oh yeah, how's that working? Are you feeling better, Miss Indra?
Quite, in fact. I'm not quite. She just kind of looks down at her skin and bones under robes self and not quite at 100%, you might say, but there is progress.
Well, it's better than being dead.
hey, by the way, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
And he apologizes for no reason whatsoever, it seems.
what?
Even though Sandra's standing right over there.
Sindra or Sonar?
Sonar. It's too many S's.
All right.
Anyway, Billy?
No, it's fine. Forget it.
No, seriously, what's up?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yep. I'm fine.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
um, this is out of character. I'm just trying to take a guess here. So you said everything outside of the yellow is not infested?
It is mostly normal jungle. There's reduced odds of bumping into undead. Yellow is
Okay, so
increased
if
odds.
we
Orange is almost guaranteed.
Okay, so if we went like just I don't know if you could see my cursor, but if we went around this whole area down to there, how long
So,
how
uh, allow me to expand upon travel rules for this.
got it.
This being the jungle, you are not going to be moving at normal paces.
No.
Um, it is the jungle. You're going to be stopping every now and again to deal with if you're anywhere near rivers, waterfalls, mountains, thick, dense jungle, canyons, ravines, um, just cliffs where it suddenly drops off. Like there's a lot of crap going on here.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just got winded all of a sudden. Um, for the most part, travel each hex, as you guys can tell, is 10 miles. When you are
Mhm.
moving at a normal pace, which normally is 24 miles for a normal day's travel,
Yeah.
Here, a normal pace is 1 hex per day. Um, if you are traveling on river or lake by canoe, then it is 2 hexes per day. Now, that is assuming, of course, that
Don't go over waterfall.
um, yeah.
That's like 20 days worth of travel. Never mind.
Well, it might be
Now,
worth
Well,
it if we don't get eaten by a zombie.
Yeah,
if
that's what I was just trying to think.
What were you saying, Caleb?
yeah, no, you guys are fine. There are, which I'm just gonna, I can't say spoil things. Yeah, there's swamps. Okay, it's a jungle. We know that there's swamps somewhere.
Definitely. Quicksand too,
Um,
I'm sure.
oh, probably. Uh, Canoes and just general travel through a swamp is 1 hex per day. Um, if you guys are moving at a fast pace, no matter whether it's by canoe or by foot, um, at the end of the day, we will roll a d4. On a roll of a 3 or a 4, you move an additional hex. So potentially 2 hexes if you're on foot, or 3 hexes if you are on a canoe. But you will take penalties to perception scores, possibly walking into ambushes or walking right past potential interesting spots. If you are moving at a slow pace, at the end of the day, we roll a d4. On a 1 or a 2, you advance 1 fewer hex. So if you're going at a slow pace and you're on foot and you roll a 1, you guys don't move a hex that day, as you were taking too long to make any meaningful distance through the jungle. But moving at a slower pace means that you can move stealthily, so long as you're not like intentionally going out in the open and stuff. You can potentially surprise or get past any potential encounters, um, and you can bump into interesting spots much more often, and there's less chance of like walking right past a forgotten temple hidden behind some vines that maybe if you'd been going slower you might have seen, sort
I
of deal.
like stroll option. Herc points at the map and says to Sitlali, I kind of like your idea of trying to keep out of the undead zone, but instead of going around the top, what if we follow along the river? Not on the river, but like see how there's this little part, and he points where the yellow doesn't touch the river. There's like that sliver of land that goes around. We could go down along there until we're almost right across from Mesro, where they say it is, and then we could cut across really quick, and then we could maybe explore this one little part of unexplored area on the way. And he kind of points to this area right here that is still kind of blank on the map. That way we've kind of got two birds with one stone,
hmm.
Hmm.
because they
That
want
that's
us to map things too, right?
Anything but waterfalls, please.
Well, we don't have to go on the river. If there's that many waterfalls, that would not be a good idea.
Bucephalus flashes back in his head to the lazy river incident and just quivers.
What lazy river
But
incident?
you weren't in the river when that happened.
No, we saw it, and then he was getting attacked. Like, he saw this happen.
That was a different Bucephalus.
No, it's the
Yeah.
same Bucephalus.
It's not even the same world.
It we decided this at the beginning. I told you it's we made the backstory that he got into this world. That's why. Where have you been?
Wait, how did he get into this world?
Magic.
It's the answer to everything.
Then how does he send letters to his mom?
He doesn't
Magic.
send them. He doesn't send them. He keeps them.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't send them.
thought he was just waiting for somebody to carry the letters. I didn't realize.
No.
Okay, whatever.
uh well, that does seem like it would be shorter, a little more dangerous for going through the yellow place, but maybe more rewarding.
Well, I mean, Mesra is kind of in the yellow place anyway. So we'd have to
Oh,
go there
that's
at
true.
some point.
That is true.
Something that might help a little bit for the measuring tool. If you hold control as you, like right before you start clicking and dragging, you can then release the click and then just click and it'll move in a different direction and it'll keep a tally. Felix has it.
That's so
I
cool.
can't.
Felix is
Okay,
good at
well,
things I am
yeah,
not.
you hold control and then you click and then you click and then you click and then you click and then you let go.
Oh, okay. I was letting go before I clicked. That was my problem.
And then it'll show the distance of each individual segment and it will give you a total at the end of it.
140 miles at
140
10 miles a day equals 2 weeks of our
14
time,
days. Yeah.
which is a little over a short week.
So just under a week and a half in in-game time measurement.
Well, I know we should be taking our time, but that seems reasonable.
I think it's a good idea.
Now, keep in mind that is also just at a normal pace. If you guys are moving at a fast pace and we roll well, you could potentially cut it in half.
Cool.
That's true.
I want to go at a slow pace so we don't miss things. What do you guys want to do?
I just say normal, personally.
Well, we have to go two ways, so we could go normal one way and fast the other.
Okay, that's a good
Mhm.
idea. Uh, do we? Well, what about? Hmm. All right. What if we
Now,
go? What if we go slow on the way there so that we know the territory better for when we're going fast on the way back?
Yeah, that sounds
That's
like
good.
Slow pace there so we know the territory, and then fast pace back because we know where we're going this time.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bucephalus?
Yeah, seems fine. As long as we can not get around waterfalls, I mean, I'm up for whatever.
Uh, we
Is there
should.
any way that we can get across to here?
indeed, there is a ferry that could take you over,
Oh,
which
that'd
in
be
fact
so
I would
much easier.
recommend a little bit. You may want to stop by the fort first. I know
The
it is a little bit out of the way, but the Flaming Fist mercenaries out of Fort Belawarian, they are a rather ruthless bunch that think they own the jungle,
oh
and they have patrols going pretty far south into the jungle itself, and if you happen to come across these patrols, they are likely to attack and kill you and take your stuff.
oh
Unless, of course, you have a charter from them to explore the jungle, because apparently it is theirs.
oh. Is there a boat that goes directly there so they don't attack us on our way to the fort?
If you wish to take a boat out of Nyanzaro over to the fort, that is certainly doable.
Would that encounter the dragon turtle?
Possibly. No idea.
Okay, so we can't. Okay, so we can't just take a ferry to just right across the shore without getting
You
yelled at
could.
or getting killed.
I mean, he said we could take one there, but there's no guarantee that they won't attack us on the way to the fort. And if they do attack us and we accidentally kill them, I bet we don't get a charter.
Wait, why are we going to the fort? I'm sorry.
To get a
I
charter
lost.
so that people don't try to kill us while we're in the jungle trying to explore the jungle because they think that they own the jungle.
Oh, okay. Then that
Now,
makes
again, this is of course
sense.
that you bump into them. If you never see them, they don't attack.
Well,
Mm,
I'd rather not take the risk, so we
yeah.
might want to talk to them
Plus, charter
beforehand.
kind of sounds like job. Do they give you a job?
They are a mercenary company. The odds are very good that there is a job there.
Okay.
Well, I
plus,
am a bounty hunter,
Do
so
they
maybe I
just
could.
attack you without warning, or do they say, "Hey, do you have a charter first?" And we could be like, "Not yet, but we're heading up there to get one."
I do not know. That is between you and them.
Okay. It's
well,
up to you, Sitlolly. What were you saying, Faye?
Oh, um, I was just going to say, as far as time, this route down the river is shorter than the other routes. So by going to the fort, it seems like it would be the same time if we were to go any other direction.
That's true. If we are going to the fort first, then the way that Sitlali wanted to go in the beginning makes more sense once we're already up there.
Hmm, that's true.
And then we can go the other way the way back.
Yes.
But we
Eh,
wouldn't know where we're going then.
Well, yeah, but we've got a map. The only part of it that we'd be going through that isn't mapped is this one square right here. And mapping the jungle is part of the job he's offering us.
Why are there a lot of skull and crossbones on the map?
We just explained that. That's where undead live. That's where the zombies live, darling.
Oh, okay.
That's Zombie Town.
Well, I think it's a good
Yeah, we
idea
don't want
then.
to be in another one of those zombie movies.
Holy crap, it'd be 310 miles if we did that. Ah!
Yeah, but
Keep in
part of it's
mind
on a
that
boat.
if you're taking a boat, that's going
Mhm.
to be much quicker.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, but still.
How
Yeah,
long
yeah.
does it take in a boat?
That's a good question. Let me find out.
I mean, it would be quite a distance, but I think if we went to the fort and took Svetlana's way down, and then we took Hjörg's way back, then that would be best. Then it's just a circle, and we are not doubling back, which I don't know. Maybe doubling back would be good, but uh, we would be. We might find more, you know?
Yeah,
Danger or treasure. Maybe both.
I like this idea that that we have. We go to the fort and sit Lolly's way first, and then we go back to the port my way, and there's a ferry, so we'll never have to cross the river.
Oh, and these are mountains, yes?
I think so. They're mountains, right?
Faye kind of like points to the map where it's like grayed out and raised.
Where are we looking?
The mountains that are next to the fort, I think. Well, what we think might be mountains next to the fort.
Yes.
Big gray
So
rocks.
those gray, like raised, veiny areas, yes, those are mountains. So that bit
Yeah.
there, like this entire length going down the mist cliffs, yeah, those are all mountains. And then you can see, like in the south, lots of crap ton of mountains.
Gotcha. So Faye points to the mountains right next to Fort Balurian.
Uh, and if this is on the way, we could climb at least part of the foothills and we could see over the jungle and try to see if there's anything from there. And then we wouldn't get as lost.
Maybe.
It looks like if we could reach the coast, then we just follow that. We would. This way, we don't have much jungle to go through at all.
Oh yeah, and we can stop in that Port Castiglione and and rest for like a day before we go to Mesro too.
Right.
We could
This.
restock the supplies there, so we could get enough supplies to go to Port Castiglione, and then enough supplies to go from Port Castiglione to Mesro and back to Port Nyan.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you, the annoying orange?
Nyan Nyan.
Ouch.
Right. So if we are going this way to begin with, then we actually don't have to go through much jungle at all. Just very, very briefly. Most jungle would be on the way back, but by then we would be more well equipped than we are now. Correct?
I think so, yeah. We're gonna have to tell the dwarf though that we can't do his thing right away, 'cause he said his was on the other side of the jungle, the really far other side of the jungle. So we'll have to
Oh,
go
It's
tell him that m- it'll be like, and he kind of tries to do math on his hand, a month before we get back, before we can do that.
yes. Wakanga. Yes. We met a dwarf in the bazaar, and he was trying to get home. It started with an M. He said it was all the way across the jungle on the other side. I think of the continent. Do you know where that would be?
No, not really.
He said only he knows the way.
Oh, right. Well, we should go back to the bazaar and tell him before we leave, so he's not left waiting to. I
We s-
mean,
we said we'd come see him tomorrow, so we can go and tell him in the morning, and then we can get whatever supplies we need. And then, are we going to take the ferry and then hike to the fort, or are we going to take a boat to the fort?
uh, I think the boat is making more sense.
Yeah. Oh, unless it's super expensive. We should find out how much the boat is going to be. Oh, Osino, what time is it right now? Like day wise?
It is like mid-afternoon. Sun's starting to creep towards the horizon. The air's cooling off a little with shadows crawling across the ground. Put it like 5-ish.
So we should go down to the port and ask how much a boat would be to go to the fort and when it would leave. And that would probably make our decision as to whether we're taking the ferry and hiking or taking a boat.
Yes, that makes sense to me.
Mr. King Konga, is there anything else that you need us to do while we're doing this thing besides mapping things? And I know, Miss Sindra, that you want us to explore Mesro for more interesting things like we found in the other place, but is there anything else that we should be looking out or doing for you? And also, how much, I know money is not my object, but also how much would we be getting paid so that we can get things and supplies?
Finally, the important question.
I mean,
Wakanga, please. Otamu.
mi-
Whichever is easier for you.
what's the second one?
Otamu.
Otamu.
And I, as far as the map goes, if you can bring back a completed map, I would certainly pay handsomely for it. Um, it need not have every single bit filled in. That is ridiculous. No one can be expected to traverse that much jungle. It would take a lifetime. But if you can find the important bits, I certainly would be appreciative. And
Completionism
I do not.
instincts activated.
Ah. And for me, should reasonable information or artifacts and items be acquired, I would be willing to give each of you, and you as well, my dear, if you are joining in with them, a sum no less of 10,000 gold pieces.
Did you
Oh my
say
goodness.
each?
The vast majority of my wealth, yes, it is worth at least that
Mhm.
much to me.
Wow. Uh,
Wait, I'm
wow.
sorry. I think my ears were a little clogged there. How much again?
10,000 for each of us.
Well, dang.
Yep, we're
I
gonna be doing that.
I've never even seen that much money before.
I've only seen half that much money before, and that was the last time that she paid us.
Oh, oh. Uh, are you sure?
Indeed, I am, yes. Given that if I die, there goes my wealth.
I mean,
So
that is a
produces
fair
it to
point.
me.
That is a pretty fair point. Uh,
I did not want you to die.
Well then, please, find something within Mesro. Or in the
Yes.
jungle if nothing can be found there. It is primarily the location and acquisition of items or knowledge that can help.
Ah, I do not know what we are having, but yes, I will do it.
Well, last time we found that really cool ring that's keeping her from dying right now, but we gotta find something better. Maybe that can make me stop the dying, 'cause she's got a curse. He looks at her questioningly.
I honestly do not know if it's already. No, I believe I am dying through mostly natural causes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a hard train to stop.
Uh,
Indeed.
yes, that is.
Faye looks ever so slightly uncomfortable.
well, gotta go find out about that boat, I guess.
Oh, also out of game, because it took me a little bit to find sea travel. Um, there are several different things that I have come across. I'm going to take the average of things and travel by ship out within the like sea proper. So the first couple of hexes here will go a little bit slower. But once you make it out into the bay and the shining sea or along the mist cliffs, um, travel will be 10 hexes per day.
Dang. How much do you think it would take to get to Fort Beliarum with a boat?
How many hexes is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A day.
A day? Which is
Yeah,
like,
if you could find a captain willing to drop you off on the shore.
and let's see. If we were to travel via a ferry over to the other side of the thing over here by the fort, and then travel the hexes up that were not part of the jungle to Fort Belian, how long would that take? I know you said hexes through the jungle are
Hexes on land by foot are 1 per day
okay
at a normal pace.
at a normal pace.
So basically, just measure the amount of hexes between you and your target, and that's the amount of days it will take.
Okay, so yeah, we should probably take a boat unless they're super uber expensive. All right. I'm gonna go down to the harbor and ask about boats if anybody wants to come with. But if you wanna stay here and eat and rest, I understand too.
Oh wait, what is it about boats? You're gonna go look at them?
I'm gonna go ask the captains how much it costs to take a boat from here to Fort Belliora and Fort Belly Up and see how much that costs to see if we want to just take a ferry to the other side and walk it to Fort Belly Up or take a boat to Fort Belly Up. I'm gonna.
Well, well, I would say that if it is expensive, maybe we can get an advance on our payment here to cover the travel costs. We can try and save some time either way, assuming the boat is quicker.
I think she said there's no deadline, so it's not. It's not like
Well,
we're not
I
working on a
choose
time.
to go by boat.
I would say is a literal deadline. I mean, we're trying to keep her alive here.
Well, yeah, but she just gave us a lot of money for our last thing. And I mean, I've still got 1,002 gold left. I'm sure the boat ride can't be more than that.
Yes, I could go with you. Actually, when I first came to Port Nyanzaru, I came with a very nice captain who helped both me and the person I was helping myself. So maybe if I could find them again, they would be willing to help us get to the fort.
Oh, that's a really
I
good
have one
idea.
comment on that voice.
What?
It kind of reminds me of Baljeet from Phineas and Ferb.
Good job, Felix. You are Belgique.
Magic.
Wait, hold up, I pronounced his name wrong. Baljeet.
I missed that show.
Anyway, yes, I could see if we could talk to the captain.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go do that with Faye. Anybody else want to come with, or do you guys want to go do other things?
And you might want to find something. I think Faye got something stuck in her throat there.
It was probably the really nice water.
I have not had anything to eat or drink. It seems a bit too fancy. And no offense. Of course.
Oh no, please, it was at your leisure.
Faye
In
just nods
fact,
politely.
if you folks are still hungry, I can have dinner prepared.
Oh yeah,
I just
no.
I just whisper over, "Hey, they're leaving. Can I have some real meat?"
Stay for dinner.
I still here. I didn't leave.
Never mind the cat. Kind of there.
I can have real food and beverage brought into the study here if you wish. Or,
Push, please.
I do not know if you folks are staying in the city, but please, I can have guest rooms prepared for you and can have dinner sent there if you wish.
I don't think that we picked a spot to stay yet. But yeah, if we can stay here for the night, that would be very nice. We appreciate that.
No, of course, friends of Sindra are friends of mine. Plus, you are already doing work, and, well, who knows, there might be more interesting conversation over, and he looks over at Busey. Real drink.
Well, you guys have fun with that. You have some nice burly guards at the front who can carry him to his room. We will go talk to the captain.
All right. Well, allow me to start preparing dinner.
Alrighty.
And he gets up and walks out.
Yeah, Sit Lolly's just gonna kind of just chill in the room because she's tired for some reason today.
It couldn't possibly be because their IRL player is exhausted.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, Herg is gonna go with Faye to go talk to her captain friend. Spike, are you coming with us or are you staying here to eat food? Spike? Hey, Spike!
What?
Spike, are you coming with us to talk to the ship captain or are you staying here and eating fancy food?
Well, why can't I just order some fancy food and take it to the ship?
I don't think you can take his dishes out of the house, but he said we can stay
No.
in a room here for the night, so maybe you can have it taken up to your room so you can eat it when we get back.
And as he's walking back in,
Sure.
or I can simply have it prepared for you to take it with you.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what? I'd like it to be prepared to take it with me.
Walking snacks.
Fantastic.
Walking snacks.
And he
Walking
leans
snacks.
back out and hollers in local dialect to the servants.
If I could just have some fruit, that would be good.
Oh, indeed. No, there is always fruit with the real food. It is used to cleanse the palate and keep the entire thing light. Otherwise, too much meat and it bogs down the stomach in the hot weather.
Are you a bird lady because you like a lot of fruit, or are you just like a lot of fruit?
I maybe both. I don't know. I have always eaten fruit and vegetables since I was little. Meat seems a little bit cruel to creatures.
Oh. I mean, it's kind of circle of life, so I'm okay with it as long as you don't waste anything. I don't like killing animals just to kill animals, but other
Oh,
animals need to eat.
please. What is not used here gets eaten up over in the giant trash pit.
There's a
Faye.
trash pit?
Faye sweats nervously in ASMR of life.
Which, if you go back to the Port Nyanzaru map, you can see it up
Oh
in the
yeah,
top left.
I saw it. Herc was saying that. Yeah, I saw the heap, the refuse
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah, and there's some information in there of potentially an unknown number of Otyugs.
What the fuck is an otyug?
You've never seen an Otyug?
I've never
Oh
seen an
gosh.
otyug. I click on it.
Um,
Does it tell me what an otyug is? It tells me what an otyug is.
yeah.
Holy God, I want to pet it.
So what is it? Show
Think
me.
of
Come look.
kind of like the Rathtars from The Force
Alright, I'll come
Awakens.
look.
It's
Yes.
kind of the best description I've got for an Otyug.
Oh my god, what the heck?
They're giant mouths with tentacles.
And they need to be booped.
That
Wait,
thing looks
where?
like it could
How do
kill
we see
us.
this?
So if you go back to the Port
It looks
9 Zara
like a
map,
murder
up in the top left there should be
Looks
a
like
little
a
skull.
sweet fluffy baby.
Yeah.
All right, go
If
back.
you double click that, that'll pull up the information right there.
It's a big monster. Hi, baby.
And then within that, there should be the name Otyug kind of highlighted in orange. Yeah.
It looks like it. Oh god! It has eyes on one of its thingies.
It's also neutral.
It looks like a murder machine that's fluffy. Kind of like a certain dog I know.
Neutral. That thing looks like it could tear you apart.
I need to get more pocket bacon.
Yeah.
Why the heck would you want that? It looks like it would rather eat you.
It would love me. I would give it plenty of garbage per day because apparently that's what it eats.
So
That's just gross.
it talks to you telepathically.
I wouldn't say talks to so much as it can just transmit very basic things via telepathy. You know, kind of like a squirrel that's chattering at you angrily. It does that in your
so
head.
it's hungry or angry.
Yes.
Like
So it's
single
hangry?
words. That
Yeah,
has a
they
lot
they
of
are
hit points.
biological garbage disposals.
That has a lot of hit points. Let's not piss one off. Got it.
Okay.
I love him so much. He is Bay.
Yeah, I would want to stay about like 1,000,000 feet from it.
Anywho.
Oh, you mean I don't get to grab all of you guys with tentacles and just start slamming you into each other like puppets?
Yeah, what the
Or
heck?
better yet, action
What
figures.
the hell?
Each of you is an action figure, and it's making you bash into each other. It's like, yeah, no, you win, no, you win, just slams you into the ground.
Apparently, it also ghouls are around it too, because it eats corpses. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go visit the refuse pit, guy.
No.
Oh my god, refuse pit. Not
I'm
pit.
sure there'll be some kind of quest that takes us there.
Makes sense that the executioners runs right near it. So
Yep.
Right,
Which I assume is when you run from dinosaurs who are going to eat you.
yeah, I'm looking.
That's
I'm
actually pretty
looking at
accurate.
it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually looking at it. You just said exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Criminals are stuck in one end, and if they make it to the other, they're absolved of their crime. But in between one end and the other, velociraptors, panthers, maybe an Otyug, Commodons, or the big guys, an Allosaurus.
Yeah.
Well, Sitlolly, you better not steal anything.
I don't plan on it.
Oh, please do.
No, I don't plan on it.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't. Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, she is a rogue. However, if she doesn't see it belonging to physically anybody, she'll take it.
We're
Does that
going to
make
get
sense?
thrown in the executioner's run.
You are less cutthroat than the guys whose house you are in right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But he
So
seems
should-
so nice.
So if there's a golden cup on a table, she'll take it. But if there's somebody standing on the table and it looks like it belongs to them, she won't take it.
Well, I tried to take crystal that was in a ruin, technically a tomb, but that didn't work out.
Tried
You
to
don't want
break
to
the poor
contend with
moon
a
bar.
giant bear.
The giant bear didn't. Okay, never mind. But anyway, yeah. Herg and Spike and Faye are gonna go talk to the ship captain.
Am I
With a
misremembering? I thought the giant. Are we talking about the crystal in the center or the crystal by the the tombs where the bear was. Am I
Th-
misremembering?
Those are the same crystal.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Which kebabs of just steaming meat lathered in some sort of sauce, and thick vegetables and cuts of fruit are brought to you guys on platters to take with you as you leave the residence. For the rest of you, it's mostly the same thing, but not on kebabs.
Herc
And
double fists the kebabs.
they are large. We're talking like a small club. You could beat a child with this
I will beat
sort
many
of thing.
children.
Um,
Why did you say that?
That was out of character. Herc would never beat
Yeah.
I
children.
love you guys.
Herc would
But
never beat children.
for those who are staying
Why?
behind to eat, large plates. It's a giant smorgasbord that is brought in. Um, and each person's given their own plate, and you can kind of pick and choose from heaping platters that are set in the middle of the table.
Is that
Thick steaks, you see a gigantic bowl of fruit salad, you can see greens, and then you can actually smell the difference between the kids version and the adult version. You see tastes wonderful, and it doesn't have quite the same kick as the good meat. It's more of a slow burn than the quick kick that the good meat had. So it's like you're able to enjoy more of it before you start getting pretty bad.
Well, I would say that in this particular case, just out of spite, Busey looks at everyone that commented on him before with narrowed eyes and just sips the drink very elegantly.
So it's basically just sit lolly because the rest of us left.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's a wonderful image. But
Herc gets a
so
chill from somewhere in the crowd while he's eating his kebabs. I feel like someone's glaring at me.
as the one group is walking, the dinner folks, Wakanga is sitting there and he's cutting apart steak and taking huge bites, and in between them, so, are any of you practitioners of magic?
She raises her hand.
I dabble.
Hey, you came with us. You're not there.
That's right. She raises her hand for no reason in the crowd.
Oh, wonderful. What school of magic do you normally study? Do you have a spell book? I would be interested in trading notes.
It's very slight, but sure.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, are you familiar with Vaughn?
I don't believe so.
Oh, my friend, you're in for a treat. He is supposedly a great wizard from within the jungle itself, created a guardian of sorts before he met an untimely end. You know, actually, I'll be right back. And Wakanga gets up, leaves the room, and comes back a minute later carrying a tome. Um, this, I believe, was a book penned by Vaughan, and within it he kind of has his travels and mixed in with some arcane formula. He describes a location where I believe he may have met his end.
Oh, dang.
And
Sorry.
perhaps if you could investigate a little bit, I would be interested to see what you have there, what he had there. I know what I'm trying to say. He wants you to look at it.
All right.
Uh,
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't see why not. You might,
Quick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, please go ahead.
This is out of character. So, when we leveled up, would I technically already know these spells as a person, just out of curiosity, or should I have learned them from somebody?
No, you're good.
Hmm.
You
Am I
figured it
good?
out on the fly.
Yeah, you're good. You know the spells. You're hunky dory. We're not doing this like World of Warcraft.
Okay. I was just curious how we did it in the last campaign. That's why.
I know.
They've
That
locked
was
them into your mind's eye.
yeah, pretty much.
So
Um,
when he said, so I just wanted to make, just say something. So when he said that if you're renowned in magic, I was just gonna like slightly twitch my finger and do my mage hand to lift up stuff.
oh, we got a sneaky trickster over here. I'd be careful with that in the jungle. The jungle spirits might take notice.
Well, trolls sure did.
I could show you exactly what the troll felt when I threw fire on him. Thank you.
I would like to see you try.
Oh, please, please, no, not in my house.
Sorry,
Take it
sorry. No.
outside if you wish to fight.
I'm
Or better yet, take
I'm
it to the Coliseum and get paid to do it.
I'm not looking to fight. She just needs somebody to step on her tail every once in a while and keep her in line.
That
Now,
is quite the jab.
now with that said, can I take a gander? Do you mind?
No, please. I would be most interested to see what you could glean of one's notes. Do you
Okay.
wish to? And he's gesturing over at you, Lally. Do you wish to join?
No. Thank you. But I do want to pickpocket Busey with my mage hand, please.
Oh dear.
I know. He's pissing me off right now. I'm sorry. I'm a little
Only,
irritable right now.
literally,
No, I
only
would have done the
because
same
you
thing.
two are married in real life, I will allow it, assuming. Billy, are you okay with being pickpocketed, potentially?
I'm not gonna blow her head off. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So,
I mean, okay, so here we go. I'll pickpocket him and then I'll hand it right back.
do a sleight of hand check for me, dear
Okay.
Sitlali. It will be against his passive perception since he is currently sticking his nose in the book.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. How do I tell my
So
passive
wait, so
perception?
just do
Um,
wait, I'm
just
confused.
sleight of
So
hand.
okay.
Wait, why are you pickpocketing?
Because he
And
was
Billy,
being a jerk to her.
it is your perception score plus 10.
My perception score plus 10.
Yes, that is your passive perception.
It
My
happens.
perception. Hold on. Like my
I don't.
perception.
I don't think it's higher than a 22,
I
but
don't
let's
think
find
it's
out.
higher than 22, honey.
Oh yeah, no.
Your perception would have to be plus 12 to even break even with her.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah, because mine's yeah no.
And yeah, you don't feel a thing. Um, actually, what is in your inventory that would actually be moderately worth it?
What are you even pickpocketing for?
Because
I
he
was
was
hoping.
insulting
Oh,
her,
here we
See, I
go.
was hoping that I was gonna.
What are you trying to get?
trying to get him to stop being mean to her.
See, I was hoping I noticed that because Busey was gonna do one of his staples with his own mage hand. Wait, did I give him mage? I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on.
I don't think you
You
did.
got your
Which
nose
I
in the
did.
book anyway.
Oh, I,
Sitlali. Oh, sorry, go ahead,
oh, I
Billy.
I see
made.
your hand. Okay, what? Sorry.
For starters, Billy, I see it right in your sheet. It's in the spell books.
Yeah,
Spell
that's
books.
why I
Spell
looked. I was
book.
like, I'm pretty sure I gave it to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh crap.
But Sitlali's
Uh,
mage hand is invisible, isn't it?
Yeah.
yes. And not even Wakanga notices as you pull out the book from Busey's bag that he has been intent on reading the past couple days.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for a little while. Just for a little while.
All right, and while pickpocketing is happening and reading is being done, uh, my dear folks going to the harbor ward. So, Faye, you're looking around for the captain that in the ship that brought you here. Are we asking, or are you just trying to find him on your own, or asking directions?
I suppose Faye will try to find him visually just as a glance around, and if she doesn't, then she would default to asking the nearest captain for by name.
All right, so make a perception check for starters.
No, that's performance. There we go.
Oh, good.
Ooh, dirty 20. Very nice. As you're walking along the harbor ward and seeing the grandiose ships within the dry dock and the large skiffs and oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of the type of ship that they are. Galleys. There we go. Um, you're seeing all sorts of different ones. You know for a fact though that you are not seeing the two-masted, actually sorry, not two, three-masted galley that brought you here.
And Faye kind of scrunches her brow and she looks around for the nearest captain-ish looking individual.
Which you do spy the harbor master. Actually, it looks like he's standing there with a clipboard, just kind of looking out over the. He's on one of the docks. Actually, no, you spy him up on top of the seawall there, up on the harbor board, overlooking the warehouse and dry docks. Um, it'd be easy enough to kind of get his attention and flag him down.
And she does, and she'll open her wing fully and use that as kind of like a flag. And hello.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Yes. So, I came here a while ago on a very big ship, um, from the mainland, I think. The captain.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
That would have been Dudermont's ship, Sea Sprite.
Yes. Do you know if he is here?
Oh no, he's gone. He's out pirate hunting.
Uh, that is unfortunate. I was hoping you could help us to go to Fort B. Oh,
Belawarian.
yes, that one.
Yeah. Well, there's still a couple of ships in port for the next few days that could probably take you. Brazen Pegasus, I know, is one, run by a little gnome.
Oh,
And he's looking down at his notes. What's the other one?
oh, excuse me, mister. Just out of curiosity, you didn't seem too thrilled about going there. Is there something we should know about the place?
What, Fort Belawarian?
Yeah, that one.
They're just a bunch of paid off mercenaries from Baldur's Gate that think they're trying to own the jungle rather than working with those that live here.
Oh, Mr.
No, they're a bunch of assholes, is what they are, truly.
Mr. Wakanga said that we should. Well, we're going to be going into the jungle, so he said we should stop there to get some kind of hall pass so they don't attack us while we're in the jungle.
Yeah, that's what makes them assholes.
Oh, that's not
They
good.
think they own the jungle, so they can force people to get a charter, or they just run you over and take your stuff.
Are they like the law, or are they?
Why?
Well, there's only one law in the jungle.
So theoretically, if they attacked us and we kick their butts, we don't get arrested?
Not by us, no. By
Okay.
them, maybe. Assuming that they don't try and kill you for killing them.
Do they make you
Oh,
pay?
so basically, you're saying either way we might just lose.
Either you lose gold, or you lose time, or, well, you lose your life. That's your choice, not mine.
How much
So
should?
basically, there's no. So basically, people are allowed to be jerks to us.
I don't think it's so much that they're
the jungle.
allowed. There's just
They're
nobody can
gonna
really
do what they
stop
want.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Pardon me a moment.
Patrick, leave your brother be, okay? Thank you.
Sorry.
So, do you happen to know about how expensive the boat rides would be from either of those ships?
Well, taking a look here, it looks like it's only the Brazen Pegasus at the moment. It's open for business. Other ships are being repaired right now. You'll have to talk to the captain about price.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
speaking of price, do you know offhand how much they charge for those charters?
Yeah, you'll have to take that up with them. I don't go
Okay.
out into the jungle. That's not my change of pace.
Oh, yeah. What if we get there and it's too much and we don't want to pay? Are they gonna kill us?
You would be in a fort surrounded by all of them. They'd probably let you go and tell you, hey, get a head start before we come hunting for you. But I have no idea.
Okay.
I, I would not worry. If the chatter is too much, I don't think anybody would pay, and they can't murder everybody, right?
Uh,
Says you, there's a
uh,
lot of them.
there are some people who can do a lot of murdering, but I'm sure that I'm sure that combined we have enough money to buy our way out of there if we need to. Unless unless they just kill us all and take it. Do they just kill people and take it all if they go there to ask for a charter and don't have
Oh,
enough?
they're not assholes. Well, no, they're assholes, but they're not evil. They're in it for the money.
Oh,
If they
okay.
think they can get more money out of you by leaving you alive, then they'll do that.
Right.
Okay.
Or work. There are mercenaries.
Okay.
Like I said, we should not worry too much. We should mainly be worried about getting there.
You're right. You're right. Where's the boat that you said?
Brazen Pegasus?
That
Right over
that
that way.
awesome.
And he points back along the royal docks over here.
Uh, thank you very much for the information. Also, do you know when Captain Jackie will be back?
Oh, Captain Dearmont? No idea. That's
Didn't.
if he comes back. I mean, he might be a not quite world famous pirate hunter, but even he could possibly meet his match with a dragon turtle if he bumps into it.
People have been saying a lot of things about a dragon turtle.
Oh, yeah, there's rumors that there's one living in the Bay of Chult. I mean, if you could kill it and find its lair, who knows how much gold you could find.
But it's a dragon, right?
Eh, depends on who you like to listen to. It's a giant turtle the size of a small island that breathes fog on people that just burns them to death. Others say that it's nuts, just a water dragon, some form of crazy blue thing that lives under the waves and just tries to scare people, keeping its wings out. Others think it's just a big fish.
Yes. The navigator on. Oh, sorry.
What did you say, Faye?
Oh, I thought somebody else was talking.
No, it's just
uh,
an echo from you.
oh, got it. Well, I'm sorry for interrupting me. It's okay, me. Go ahead, me. Uh, I heard from the navigator on the Ramad ship that it was a giant turtle with a big horn on the front, and it would use it to stab ships right in the middle.
That does
I
not
Yeah,
don't know.
seem pleasant.
yeah, maybe sounds about right. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to the unicorn.
Right. Thank you for the information. Sorry to interrupt your busy.
Nah, you're fine.
Thank you,
Yeah,
mister. It is very helpful. I give the harbor master a gold.
and as you like flick it to him, he just watches it land on the ground and just kicks it back over to you.
Oh. Okay. I pick it up and
Yeah,
put it back
no,
in my pocket.
that's not necessary.
Oh,
Faye just
okay.
Faye just laughs. She takes Herga's hand and waves to the dude and kind of tugs Herg along over to the where the Rusty Pegasus was supposed to be. That's not the ship name. I know that.
Herg is tugged. Herg
Close though,
grabs
brazen.
Herg grabs Spike's hand, so we are now a tugging chain.
All right, and you guys make your way around the harbor, and as you guys are walking around, we'll hop back to the dinner group, and that's actually what we're going to call it for the evening because it is 10 p.m.
Sure is. All right,
And I
everybody.
got physical school tomorrow.
You sure do, and you gotta finish up your last assignment before you go to sleep.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right. Thank you, anybody out there who was watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. And you will see me and Viking Hans, aka Faye, on Friday for our weekly Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons game that we do. It will be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is our lovely cat's new schedule. And yeah, we really appreciate you watching for the night. And from all of us here at uh, Dungeons and Dinosaurs, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.